Hey guys, it's Roxy and welcome to What the Sensation. We are starting a brand new challenge. This is one that I have written myself and I have not found any others like it. If there is, let me know. But as far as I know, there is not any others like it, and I will be more than happy to put a link in the description below if there are some others that are similar to this challenge. This is based off the original Legacy challenge, where you have to put a founder in the largest lot possible and get them to generation 10 without cheating. There's a whole list of rules somewhere. This is based off of that. The object of this is each generation has a different goal based on a expansion pack that they have to complete. The only expansion pack that I did not include in this is Generations. There's a little bit of something that you have to do with that, but because there wasn't really much in there that I could come up with for the time being, there's something in here based on that, but there's not a whole generation's worth of stuff. But I'm going to read over some of the rules for you and tell you what each generation must accomplish. And I will be editing this as I play. This is my first playthrough. I'm going to put it on my Let's Play. This is the first round going through it, so there will be some changes made as I go through it and perfect it. Once I do perfect it, I'm going to begin writing a story based on this, and I plan later on, sometime in the future, it won't be directly after this, it'll be, after I complete a few more Let's Plays. I am going to have a story written, and I'm going to play through it again with the final edited rules after I've played it once and edited it. And my goal is to, in the future, release one episode of it a week, and have a story with each episode so that others can play along as I'm playing it. I'll either put up the founder that I use and they can download it, or they can create their own, something like that. But my goal is to have this so interactive, kind of like, so that you guys can play along with me. But that is going to be far, far down the future. And those plans may change, but right now that is something that I do plan on doing. But for right now, I'm going to go through the rules with you and tell you what each generation must do. As I edit the rules, I will let you know. I won't go over them. This will either be on Tumblr, or I know there's a challenge section on The Sims 3 and one on Mod The Sims. I might put it one of those places. I might just put it on my Tumblr. I might put it every place. I don't know yet. I do encourage you to send me a message on my Tumblr. I'm going to start putting links below, all the links that you guys need. So if you guys decide to play this, and you blog it, or you put it on Tumblr, or you put it up on YouTube, I want you guys to send me a link to it in Tumblr, and I will follow it. I'll put a link in the description if you want me to. I will like it, subscribe to it, whatever, follow you on Tumblr, whatever. So I just want to know if people play this, and I want to know if any of you play it, any problems you arise, or anything that you think need changed, so that I can perfect this before I go on to do my my interactive type of Let's Play. So first, while you're seeing on this screen, I'm going to actually move her in here while I read these rules to you. And you can move her into any lot you want. I'm not going to move her onto a very big lot. Originally, it was going to be like a legacy, and you have to move on a giant 64 by 64 lot. But because I have changed my idea for this, we are not going to do that. We are just going to move her to a smaller lot, not too small of a lot, but based on the way the challenge is going to work, you don't want a real big lot. No, that's still a little bit too big. Let's do the 19 by. I don't see a smaller lot. Let's do this. Hey, what are we doing? Okay. That was awkward. We're just going to move on to this lot. Okay. And first emerge rules. Now, obviously, I'm already seeing some things I'm gonna need to change. So as I'm reading this, I'm gonna be changing things. I'm gonna make a list on the back of it. Um, I really need to get a start thing on this before I put it up there. Size lot. Okay, so I'm going to read over some of these rules for you. Now, as I'm playing this, I will have to make lists, so I apologize if I have to stop and make a few lists. But you guys are seeing me create this challenge, so that might be fun. It might not be. So I'm going to pause this so I can read this to you and let you know exactly what's going on. This outfit she's wearing, I thought I didn't have a custom content. I had to uninstall my game. It turns out I did still have the custom content that was not the package files that you add to the mod ones, but the ones you gotta like double click it and it installs for you. Those are still in here. So I got some custom hair that she's wearing. Then I got this, which actually I'm probably going to change that because, it's summer and that seems like it'd be really hot. And the ripped jeans and yeah. So, I didn't change anything else. I just did her outfit here, and I may do all that and show you her later. Right now, I'm not going to do that. So first, I'm going to read to you the rules. The first rules is you may not start in Midnight Falls, Isla Paradiso, or Starlight Shores, because you will have to move there later, so you got to start somewhere else. Because the whole point is that generation is uprooting themselves and moving off to somewhere else to complete another goal they have in their lives. So you can't be in those towns to start off with, especially. When's the first time you have to move? Especially Starlight Shores, but just start anywhere else other than those 3 towns. I am starting in Sunset Valley, I believe it's called, the one that came with the base game, because I figured it's fitting. It's fitting that this is the one that came with the base game. You're going through all of them, so I thought it was fitting. Okay, so the first rule is each generation must complete the goal before the next generation can start theirs. The more time it takes you to complete the goal, the less time you have for the next generation to complete theirs. So if you have an heir and the one that you choose to be the heir for the family, because you're playing one family, you're not creating several, you're playing this through one family. And if the heir gets to young adult and you decide that they're going to be the heir, you can't start their challenge until the founder or whatever the generation before them, which would be their parent, has completed theirs. Meaning, if it takes them a real long time to complete their goal, and the young adult gets to adult, they have that much less time to complete that goal. And if you don't complete the goal, you fail, and you gotta start the challenge all over again. Or, you could just keep playing and forget the rules. But, what fun is that? Rule number 2, once an heir has been chosen, all the other children, which would be their siblings, must move out upon growing into a young adult. Also, once the previous generation has completed their tasks, they must move out. With the exception of the founder. The founder may remain until they pass away. Their spouse, however, must move out. So, Ashley, I can keep her in the house with the family until she dies. Obviously, she's going to have to get married or have children or something. When she does that, her spouse must move out once the next generation takes over. Once she completes her goal, her spouse has to move out at that point if they're not already passed away. She's the only one who can remain in the house because she's the founder, and it's kind of her family, so she's kind of like, I'm the boss. I'm the boss to do as I say. Kind of like my mother. She's the boss. Rule number 3. For Generation 6, 7, and 9, the sim must move to the appropriate towns. Generation 6 is Starlight Shores, 7 is Isla Paradiso, and 9 is Midnight Falls. Actually, that is actually wrong. You are actually moving Generation 9, and actually Generation 8 is going to move. Because I'll tell you when I get there, but Generation 8 is going to be the one that moves instead of Generation 9. And I'll tell you why once I get to that part of it. Number 4. Remember, this is one family you are playing. The object is to reach 11 generations, each one completing a goal from the expansion pack. Rule number 5. Actually, this is rule number 6 because I got the other one up there, but Rule number 5. All children must be involved with the maximum number of after-school activities they can, which, I do believe is 2. They must be involved. So when it tells you can't join no more, I believe it's 2. Every child, no matter if they're going to be the heir or not, every child must be involved in after-school activities. They also must be on honor roll. Let's do that. On honor roll. Make it a little more difficult. And they also must be on honor roll, because I like that idea. Okay, now we're going to go over the goal for each generation, and then we are going to jump right into this. Generation number 1, the founder, which is, I don't know who she is. Ashley Garrison is her name. I named her Ashley because I work at my uncle's restaurant. There is an old lady who comes in there who used to be on the board of the Humane Society, I believe. She thinks my name is Ashley. No matter how many times my aunt tells her my name is not Ashley, she believes my name is Ashley. I don't have the heart to tell her that's not my name, so I'm just like, yeah, I'm Ashley. So I've named her Ashley. Because, So the founder generation, the first generation's goal is to never hold a job. They must earn 200,000 simoleons without ever holding a job. You must keep track of what they earn, however, because any money another sim brings into the household does not count. This means that any money your spouse brings in will not count towards the 200,000 simoleon goal. You may not register as self-employed. That means if you decide you want your teen to hold a job, that money don't count. If you get married and they bring in a large sum of money, that don't count. Only money that they earn without having a job counts. So anything you can do without having a job, you cannot register self-employed because that's kind of like drawing unemployment. That basically was what that would equal up to when you'd be getting money for doing. So you can't do that. You got to earn money. You can pick flowers. You can sell art. Whatever else you can do in the game to earn money without holding a job, you can do. So you're gonna have to, if you do this, you're gonna have to tally up to do it properly. You're gonna have to tally up how much money they're bringing in. My suggestion is, like, if you're picking flowers and gathering stuff and selling fruit and fish and stuff, my suggestion is to hold it all until you get a bunch of it, and then do that all at once and write down how much you have done and keep a tally of how much they've done. Just because I think that'd probably be easier than trying to that time you do a little bit and you have to keep track of it. I just think that would be easier. So, yeah. Generation number 2. Your sim must complete 1 university major. I thought about doing 2, but I don't know if your sim's going to do 2 university majors. If you can and you want to make it a little bit harder, then go ahead and make them do 2 university majors. If somebody wants to try that and let me know how it works, I may change that later on after I try it. I may try this in a personal game to see other options that I can do to make this a little bit harder. They must also reach the max level in 1 social group before graduating. And I believe that's like the rebel, the jock, and the nerdy kids. I believe those are the 3. So you must reach level 10, I believe it's level 10, whatever the max level is, in 1 of those before you graduate. You can start, no. I mean, obviously, if you're a teen, you're going to be gaining that. So I'm going to venture to say that you can actually start that goal as a teenager, because I don't really think there's any way of getting around that. For now, we'll just say, you can start that part of the goal as a teenager, because I don't really think if they do something and it based on how you do your teen, they're going to start gaining that reputation as a teenager. So that's not something you're going to be able to avoid. So because of that, because I'm going to let you start that early, you have to reach level 10 in 2, because I believe you can do more than one at a time. So you're going to have to reach level 10 in 2 social groups, just because you can start that as a teenager. Number 3, World Adventures. You must travel the world visiting Al-Samhara, Champs La Sims, and Shang Simla. You must complete one World Adventures Lifetime Wish, which is Bottomless Nectar Cellar, Private Museum, Seasoned Traveler, Visionary, or World Class Gallery. Ambitions is generation number 4. You must have an heir reach the top of one of Ambition's professions. The ones that you may choose are architect, ghost hunter, inventor, private investigator, sculptor, or stylist. Okay, it's supposed to say generation 5. No, why is that there? That is in the wrong spot. I forgot to delete that. I have to remember to fix that. Okay. Generation 5, pets. Complete one lifetime wish from pets. Animal rescuer, ark builder, canine companion, cat herder, culinary helper, fairy tale finder, jockey, or zoologist. Number 6 is showtime. Move your sim to Starlight Shores. So this generation is uprooting themselves and moving away from everything they know to live out their dreams, which is have your sim reach level 10 in either the singing, magician, or acrobatic career track. Why is that there? I've forgot to delete stuff, so it's kind of messed up a little bit. I should have read through this first. Generation number 7, Island Paradise. Move your sim to Isla Paradiso. Have them own a 5-star resort and meet mermaids. Generation number 8. This is the generation you have to move to Midnight Falls, because otherwise, this one is the seasons. This is the seasons generation. If you're in Island Paradise, I'm going to allow you to turn off. You can turn off the winter. I think you should turn one off, because if you're on an island, if you're in an Island Paradise, you're not really going to have winter. So because of that, you need to move to Midnight Falls during Generation 8. So move to Midnight Falls, have them experience all 4 seasons, they must get photos at each season's festival, and they must complete the perfect garden lifetime wish. So there you go. Generation number 9, supernatural. They must marry either a wolf, a witch, a vampire, or a fairy. Their spouse must complete the appropriate lifetime wish. For wolf, it is leader of the pack. For witch, it is either mystic healer or zombie master. For the vampire, it is turn town. And for fairy, it is greener garden. I thought there was another one for fairy, but I didn't see it on the list I was looking at. If there is, that's one of your options. Your heir must complete one of the non-magical races, the lifetime wishes, which is alchemy, artisan, celebrity, psychic, or master of mysticism. Generation number 10 is the late night generation. Have your sim complete both the film and the master romancer lifetime wish. And the last one, and probably the hardest, generation number 11, into the future. Travel to the future. Each of the following must be completed to complete the challenge. The first one is cheat to win the lottery. The second one is experience all 3 possible futures. And the last one is have both your heir and their spouse get a legacy statue. That's it. I'll be editing this as I see fit. I'm sorry it took so long. I already had to make some edits that I have to do in my thing. Once I get it completed, I will post it up somewhere after I get this redone and add a few things to it, you know. I already added one thing. What did I add? Oh, you can move on any size lot. So I'm pretty sure this has already turned into a pretty long video. I apologize for that. But we are going to get started for a few minutes. And so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to have to add some stuff to this. They're building some new. I'm just going to say they're building some new stuff in town. And once it's open, we'll be visiting it unless I find it. See, right there's one. Oh, and there's the other. Okay, so never mind. It's already here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, okay, this is one thing I do need to add. You have to set your family funds to 0. Give them, what is it called? Sleeping bag. Give them a sleeping bag and then set it to 0. I chose this small lot because you're going to be moving in a couple generations. So trying to build up a giant house is, I mean, you know, I'm still going to try to build up a giant house until we get to that point. Just because I can. It's my challenge. I can do what I want. So we're going to give them this sleeping bag. We're going to sticker back here. And then we are going to, first thing you have to do is the testing cheats enabled on. Or true also works if you didn't know that. Hey. Family funds. There we go. So they have no money now. And why is it night all of a sudden? Okay. So they have no money now. So that's good. We're going to visit here. We're not visiting there. We are going to go here, actually. I do not think I want any of that junky furniture, but if it appears, I may go ahead and get it. And I'm going to be stopping this here in about 5 minutes. I'm going to be wrapping it up. But I just wanted to get started a little bit, you know. We don't want to eat the magical beans. Don't eat the magical beans. I'm going to tell you, you do not want to do that. So we are going to smoke the box. Oh, no honey's been produced yet, so we're kind of just wasting our time. That's lovely. We don't care about you. So we're kind of just wasting our time here. Because they haven't produced... Oh, for the love of Pete. Okay, so there is no honey yet. Okay, so obviously we're not going to do that. Okay, so let's go over here to the junkyard. Let's visit Grady. Is it called Grady's? I think it's called Grady's Junkyard. We're going to wait for it to load. And we're going to... Really? I'll dig through this one. Get you. Collect that. And then we will go to the park. Where is it? I know there's a park in this town. That was right here. Over here, maybe? Well, heck, there was a park here. No, that's not it. I could have swore there was a park here when I was trying to do that. Oh, right here, right in front of my face. We're going to visit Central Park. And once it loads, I don't know if any flowers bloom here, but we're gonna have to give it a while because it may take a while. That's why. And we are going to now. Obviously, we're gonna have to meet a spouse so we can start having children. But before we start having children, we need a home, and we don't have a home. So we ain't got nothing yet. Oh, we got a flower. We got a daisy. We might just have to read some books to, those are neat. We just have to go read some books at the library. Because there's nothing ready yet. We gotta give it time to get ready, I guess. Just gonna do that. And then she's going to read. We unlocked a badge. Is there nothing? Read. I really don't want to buy a book because we ain't got no money. Read. Man. Read. 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 There is alchemy, and I want to know alchemy. Gardening. That could be helpful. Handiness, inventing, logic, psychology, photographer, writing, social networking, street art. Read. I am not seeing anything that could be in the least bit helpful. I think I did that shelf already. Silence of the llamas. I don't know why I just said that. Anything that'll help us along. Silence of the llamas. I'm gonna do that every time I see that book. Man, there is no books that could help us so far. Alchemy, charisma, gardening, hardiness. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Anything that I deem helpful, I guess. Wow. I mean, it has some books that we could read, but nothing that I'm really looking for. There's a cooking, gardening, handiness, inventing, psychology, photography. I mean, I guess she could be reading gardening. That would help us out a little bit. while I look for what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an angler book. Like a book that'll help her learn how to fish. I'm guessing they don't have those in the library. Must be checked out. See, they need to be able to, like, can get on their computer and, like, this book is here. Like at the real library, yo. Cooking, gardening, inventing. Street art. I think I already looked at all these. Maybe I didn't. But I do need to be ending this because it's turning into a rather long video and I did not set my timer. And I'm basically just trying to give everything a chance to get to growing and loading and, you know, give it a day or two. And I figured she could be learning some stuff in the meantime. Okay, so that's the only book that I deem anywhere near helpful. What does she do? She's reading. Where is she at on all her stuff? Okay. I think she should probably do some online dating. Because she's gonna need a husband. Has she got any skills yet? No. So let's let her get one skill and then we'll have her do this. And then we will end the game. Okay, there we go. She's got a skill in gardening. Anything we're doing requires a little dirt under the fingernails. At least you're a gardener. Ashley should be prepared to fertilize, weed, water, and talk to every plant she encounters. Go forth, Ashley, with spade in hand, and now you have some seeds in your inventory to plant. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna have her do this online dating thing, and then we're going to stop here. Okay, so we're going to be honest on this thing. And she's slim, and that's her favorites. In case you don't know, bookworm, gatherer, green thumb, handy, mooch, spaghetti, beach party, and red. Red is her favorite color? Yes, because she has red hair. Yes. Save profile. Okay, now, online dating, browse profiles. She's obviously not going to have any messages yet. Anybody I think would be... Hank could be alright. Let's try Hank and Gunther. Send message. More. Online dating. Browse profiles. Gunther, send message. And we are going to stop here. Next time we will get right into it, earning Ashley some money, to buy some books and get her skills up, and we will start clocking her funds. And so I hope you guys like this. Let me know if you do. My brand new self-created challenge to go through, created so that I could play all of the expansion packs. As always, this has been What the Sensation. I am Roxy. If you like, subscribe. If you don't, tell me why. And subscribe to, or like my video. If you do like it, if you do like my video, then like it below. You guys have a wonderful day.